Hello, Scott here with Riya. Hi, Riya. Thanks for being here with me today.
Of course, I'm very excited.
So Riya is 10 years old. She's in 5th grade. And I met Riya a couple years ago. She goes to school, same school as my son, 1 grade older. Speaking of my son, he made you this board that says Riya Talks Power Up. And it has all of these different things that we use. What we call this is Power Talk. So let's just look at a couple of these, shall we? What do you see on here?
Well, I love that I feel so confident.
Right, so I feel so confident. Great thing to say to yourself.
Totally.
Yeah.
I am the best me.
I am the best me. Okay, cool. So, and there's like a bunch of these, and I'm going to do a video with Dax, and he's going to go through all of these at another point. But yeah, he made this for you. And this is a lot of the stuff that we do in the Power Quest, which is kind of what we're talking about here today. The Keys to Unlock Your Inner Superpowers is a course that I have and I share with kids basically age 7 to 12. And Riya has done that course along with the bonus battle keys. Did you do some of the battle keys as well?
I did do the battle keys.
The battle keys, and it all comes with these power bursts.
Yes.
And the power bursts are just little parts, the highlights of the bigger part of the course. And little confidence boost. And the reason that I asked Riya to come be on an interview with me is we recently had a conversation, and that conversation was, you have so many big things that you're up to. So just name a couple of the big things that you have just accomplished and a couple of them that you have going on right now.
So, one of the big things that I have done is I kind of recently gave a TED Talk. That was an amazing experience. I got 3rd place in a cross-country meet with my amazing coach.
That was me, by the way.
That was
Thank
Mr.
you.
Scott. He was a
One of the
great
coaches.
coach.
Yes.
It was really cool because it's funny how you need a coach for physical, but it's also very helpful to have a coach for mental, and that really did help me.
And our favorite thing to say was that the lion, the thing you're afraid of, is chasing you, and the thing that you want, maybe the cupcake or ice cream, is in front of you. So you're running away and towards something that makes you faster.
Exactly. And another thing that I'm up to right now is I'm doing a play. I'm doing Annie right now. I got an orphan and I was very excited about
cool.
that. I'm probably going to be watching a lot of those Power Bursts for courage.
Okay, that is great. And she's not telling you the whole truth. She's actually doing 3 plays.
Oh, yes. I am actually doing 3 plays. Wait,
Yeah.
I am?
You are, because you're doing Annie.
I'm doing Annie.
And then you have, what's the famous Christmas one that you're doing? Yeah.
Nutcracker.
You have the Nutcracker. And then
I forgot about that one.
yeah,
It's
wow.
all too much. It's all too
just
much.
kind of just goes.
Exactly.
And it's actually kind of amazing that you say that. The 3rd one, of course, that's coming up is Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
And what's amazing about you saying that I forgot about that one is a lot of people, first of all, wouldn't even take on 3 plays. Next, they certainly wouldn't forget about it. They'd be freaking out about it every single day.
Yeah.
Right? Even if for some people it's just 1 play, and even auditioning for the play. But here you are with 3, and you said you forgot about that one. That's how seamless it is for you.
I think the coolest part about doing plays is when you keep doing it over and over again. That fear, it kind of just slips away from you.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes things that are automatically out of your comfort zone, so hard, you never want to do it, and you just try it, and you find how fun it is, and then you just keep doing it over and over again. I've done 12 plays.
12 plays. And that's
12
over
plays.
what period of time? Just a couple of years?
Yeah, that's over since 2nd grade.
Okay.
And I'm in 5th now.
So for about 3 years.
About 3 years.
3 years. And what you just said is really great, and it's one of the things that we do inside of the Keys to Unlock Your Inner Superpowers, is we talk about what do we want.
Mm-hmm.
And so in this instance, it was for you to act in a play,
Yes.
right? And we talk about who do we have to be to do it. So we know that we have to be kind of outgoing,
Right.
depending on the part. We have to be brave to get up on stage, right? Can you think of anything else you've had to be, not to put you on the spot?
I think something else I've had to be is definitely, I don't really know how to say this, but I've had to go with the flow a lot.
Ah, okay.
Because a lot of the times in plays, in my TED Talk. In my TED Talk, they gave me the wrong cue. So that was crazy because I had to redo a speech that I've been working on for about 4 months.
Right.
And in plays, sometimes the people don't do the moves and that kind of sets you off on track. But there is maybe 200 people watching.
And just you.
And it's just you. So you have to go with the flow. You can't be like, oh, sorry. Can we please start that over? You just have to go with it. And that's a very important part about being an actor or a performer or basically anyone, because you just really have to learn how to definitely
go with the flow.
I
love that. Yeah. And so we talk about like these characteristics, and a lot of people, a lot of kids think, well, I don't have that. I'm not brave. I'm not outgoing. Right. I don't know if they would actually say to themselves, I don't go with the flow, but it's probably true. So they go, I can't be in a play, but that's not true. No. Because what we talk about is these characteristics or these ingredients that make up us. Yeah. We can get them. Almost like if you wanted ingredients to make a recipe, you could go to the store and get it. Yes. Now, we have the store of the universe, not to get weird, right? But what that means is that if we want to be brave or we want to create more courage so that we could go act, what do you think we could do to get that? Do you have any ideas from what you've done or for what you've heard or listened to?
Well,
I need to get more courage.
Yeah.
What should I do?
Well, so first of all, I think the part about plays is you just have to do it.
That's it.
It's very simple. You just have to do it.
And if it's not it, Rhea, it could be something that creates, that it's out of your comfort zone. It could be smaller than just jumping up on stage and auditioning if you're not ready for that. But you'll get ready for that if you start building up the courage by doing those little things, right? And
what happens is when you keep practicing, these things that seem so hard, by the time of the play, the scary part is thinking about it. For any people who haven't done plays before, it's really scary just thinking about it. But when you're out on stage and performing, you've done this a million times. It's normal.
Yeah,
it's just like performing your dance one more time.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay if you mess up. You just gotta do it.
And we're using plays as the example, but it's the same with really anything. Yeah. Like we were talking about. So you have some goals, and on one of them was the junior lifeguards, right? You wanted to complete that. And that requires you to swim at a certain speed. You have to complete a certain amount of laps at a certain time, right?
Yeah,
is that how it works?
To do, I think 100 yards in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay, got it. And so, yeah, sure, it's doable. And at some point in your life, if you kept swimming, you would do 100 yards in like a minute.
Yeah.
Because that's what competitive swimmers do. I know this because I used to be one. I remember the first time I broke a minute in 100 yards when I was like 11 or 12, right? But then all of a sudden, the fastest swimmers were doing it in like 49 seconds. So they broke 50 seconds. So,
oh, wow.
But there's always that next level, and it's you going out and doing it to get to that next level, right? And so the same thing with acting and with anything. It'll be the same with your swimming. Pretty soon, if you kept swimming, that time for 100 yards will be like, oh my gosh, that was so easy.
Yeah.
Because when I swam, I used to have to break that time, and then later on it was breaking a minute. So you just get better and better. Like you said, you get more and more comfortable on the stage.
Right.
More and more comfortable on your team. More and more comfortable doing your math.
Totally.
Right? More and more comfortable doing whatever it is that is causing you fear, doubt, worry.
Right.
What we're saying is you get into action to start creating the characteristics that you need in order to get yourself to the place you want to be.
Right.
Which takes us to the next thing, which is the what. Yes. So you have a goal sheet here, which requires my glasses because of the small print. That's okay. All right, so the first thing, if you've never met Rhea, is that she is always up to big things, right? Yeah. I'm just going to slide us over here a little bit, like a little camera adjustment. And in the coaching and training you and I have done together, we talked about telescope goals, microscope goals, and you've added your own. It's called?
The eye goals.
The eye goals. So we'll get to that in a minute. So telescope goals are those goals that are...
You need a telescope.
They're far away.
They're far away.
You can't have it today.
Totally.
right? But you can start going towards it today, right?
Yes.
If we were looking at in the telescope and there was the moon, right?
Yeah.
And we can't get there in one step,
No.
but we could get into, a spaceship and start flying there. Maybe
Right.
not us, but if we're an astronaut, get into a spaceship and start flying there, right? And so we would be getting closer and closer and closer if we did that.
Right.
But if we stayed here and thought it'd be nice to be on the moon, we probably wouldn't get to the moon, right? And the moon's not coming to us.
Yes.
So that's why we have these telescope goals. I'm sorry, we just have a little bit of movement going on here, and it's staying right there. Okay. So, okay, if I read?
Of course.
Okay. So, pediatric aerospace physician. I am almost certain that everybody who is watching this has never heard anybody who wants to be all of that.
Yeah.
Pediatrician, maybe aerospace, something, but a physician there. This is a telescope goal for you.
It's a very big telescope goal.
So this is what we would call the what,
Yes.
right? And you could look at, from what we've done before, who do I need to be to do this? The characteristics. We already kind of went through that for some other things. So same formula. That's why we call it the power formula. There's 4 questions. The 4 questions are who, what, why, and how.
Yes.
So we were talking a little bit beforehand. All right, if that's going to move, I'm just moving a little closer to you then. I'm not sure, but it's okay. Can you see me? We talked about the why question.
The why, yes.
And the why question is my favorite. You once told me it was your favorite on a call. I don't know if you remember that.
I think I do remember that. Actually.
Yeah. And it took a moment to kind of figure out what the why question kind of really meant.
Yes.
But then once you got it, you said it was your favorite. I'm just reminding you did. You have a lot going on. You might have forgot. So we could say, just putting you right on the spot, why? Why a pediatric aerospace physician? What does that mean to you?
Can I tell them the story of
Yes.
why I wanted to be it? Okay.
Can.
So when I was 6 years old, I was seeing, I don't know if it was a video or a movie, but it was these astronauts, and they were jumping on space. They were having so much fun. But the coolest part is they were actually also exploring, and they were discovering new things, and they were working together. And I was like, I want to be an astronaut. And I told my dad that. But before that, maybe a year before that, I was like, Dad, I want to be a doctor because I want to help people, and I think it would be really amazing. And then I was like, and then back to when I was 6, I was like, but if I'm an astronaut, then I can't be a doctor. And if I'm a doctor, then I can't be an astronaut. So which one should I pick? And he was like, well, why can't you be both? And the light bulbs went on in my head. And for the past 4 years, I've always wanted to be an aerospace physician. And very recently, I have noticed I did reading buddies, and
And reading buddies is where she reads to younger kids.
Where they're so cute. I love the reading buddies. Do you get to do it, Dax?
Dax is hanging out over here
Yeah.
listening in. He just started doing it. Starts in 4th grade.
Yes, it's really awesome. And I noticed how much I love working with kids, and how much it's really amazing to kind of just interact with them and just be with them. So I was like, but I also want to be a pediatrician. So I came up with being a pediatric aerospace physician.
And is this an actual job?
Not yet.
So you're inventing
I'm inventing a
the
job.
job.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it just combines everything that you want to do into one.
It's funny because I tell this to my friends, like, I want to be a pediatric aerospace physician. They're like,
Well, Rhea, we all kind of do that.
yeah, but here's the thing. I tell them that it's a space doctor for kids. And they're like, but kids don't go to space. And I'm like, well, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. And that's what's so amazing about this goal.
Yes.
Is it's actually in a category that doesn't exist. But inside of the world of imagination, and inside of our course, we do a lot of work on imagination.
A lot of work on imagination.
And it's right here where we talk about what we want.
Yes.
And so you are using your imagination to create the thing that you want. But this isn't necessarily just pie in the sky. This is something that absolutely could exist, right? And it combines three things that you have found that you love. And that's where the why comes from, the heart. It comes from the heart, right? So we think about, what would I want to be? And sometimes we talk ourselves into it, and sometimes we talk ourselves out of it, right? Inside of it, go, oh, I couldn't be that, or that doesn't exist. You could have easily done that, right? But instead, you heard pediatric aerospace physician, and it sounds like that spoke to you. You felt something.
I did feel something.
And that's what the why is.
And I love doing this because I think I love having a goal that doesn't exist because it really can kind of boost your imagination.
Totally.
Where you can imagine yourself being it. Sometimes when things do exist, you can't imagine it because you like really do know what you have to be and what you need to be, and you think, well, I couldn't do that, like that's just not possible.
No.
But with something that hasn't been created yet, you can really create it. And you can really have it in your mind. And I feel like it's really amazing to have that because you can actually be it.
And I don't know if you'll be the first. Maybe you will,
Probably.
right?
Maybe. I don't know.
But what the cool thing is there's a first of everything. Everything that exists now as far as an occupation or career goes, there was a first.
Yeah.
And so you could be like the trailblazer, the first of it, which is really cool. And you said something in there, believe, right? And this is really important. So both in the course we talk about, not only do you want to create it and think it and feel it, but you want to actually believe that it will happen.
Yes.
Right? Because the only other option is to believe it won't happen. Now, why in the world would we create something, really want it, and then go, but it can't happen? But you know, that's what people do.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember in the book, which a lot of this also comes from, Dax to the Max, blah, blah, blah. There's power pods. One of the things Max tells Dax is the real secret ingredient is think you can do it. It will happen. And believe that is true.
Right.
Because the words are one thing, but the feeling is the other. Right? Which is really cool.
And I do want to say, doing this Power Quest, for some reason, I think it started out as a dream and it's become a goal.
Ooh.
And it's kind of had that transition where it was something that I wanted to happen, and now I feel like it's something that I need to happen.
Okay, so wait, I think you need to say more about that transition, because that's really, really deep.
I think it's funny because I think when I was 6, it was something that I wanted to be, but it felt like the probability of me becoming it was very low. And it was just something out of the blue, like it was just not really something that I thought was possible. But doing the Power Quest, it's become a goal. And it has become like it's possible now.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really amazing transition.
That is, it sounds, that's incredible. And I can feel that, right? I can just see that in you. It's good. Dax, can you see that? So the final question, so we've done the who do I have to be, what ingredients would get me to be able to do the thing I want to do.
Yes.
We use some acting as our example, but we can see how that would apply to this goal. And it would apply to anybody's goal, right? It certainly applies to my goals of writing and speaking and leading the courses as well, right? And then we talk about what do you want, right? So we connect the two.
Right.
Why do we want it, right? And yours is a deep creation of the 3 things that you love, right? And final question, how are we going to get it, right? How are we going to get it? So you look at this, and if we were saying, I want to be an actress on stage, the how is pretty much laid out.
Right.
It's been done by lots of people, which is great because now we can just follow their model, their footsteps. And so if we looked at the how do I get on stage? Well, first of all, I make sure I get the courage up doing what we talked about before to get myself to the audition, right? Tell myself I can do it. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to learn something, right? And then when you get to the audition, do your best, be prepared, right? These will be some of the how steps, right? take the feedback, whatever it is. Don't get down on yourself, right? That's that part, the power thinking, superpower thinking is later on in the course, how you kind of have to keep yourself moving and what your relationship to failure and fear is and all those kind of things. And then you take whatever that feedback is, and either that feedback is like, you got the part, or the feedback is, if you did this and this, you could get the part, but now you'll do a little ensemble.
Right.
So you can have the experience, right? And you take that and you go, okay, great. And while you're being the ensemble, you learn from it, right? Dax, again, who's sitting over there, also acts in the plays, started ensemble, and now has had some speaking, dancing parts. And now we're gonna go for with no attachment to see how it happens for the Scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz.
You would be an amazing Scarecrow. I'm giving you that encouragement.
There we go. So, and that helps too, right? That's part of the team thing, the encouragement, which is always good. And so you're going to go to something that hasn't been done before if we look at this telescope goal. Now, one thing that should be said is the hows will show themselves.
Right.
You don't have to know all the hows today.
Right.
You just have to know the next how. It's just like climbing the mountain, climbing the stairs. It's not a one-step thing. You don't have to know all the things to get there. But you need to know the next thing you want to do, and the next thing, and the next thing. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because what happens if you do something and you thought that was the next step and it's not it?
Well, you have to find another path.
That's right.
I like to think of goals like rock climbing, because what happens is you don't know where you're gonna go when you're rock climbing. You have to figure it out as you're going.
Yeah, you're talking about the different rocks, and as you're going,
rocks.
trying to get the grip and where your foot's gonna go.
Can I pick this one? Oh no, this is not enough grip. This one, okay, that works. Pull up.
Yeah.
That one wouldn't work. And you have to find your different options.
You do.
And sometimes what happens is you slip.
I gotta tell you, I used to rock climb.
Yeah.
And I went
to
to
everything.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I used to, and so one time I went to Las Vegas. They have what is called Red Rocks out there. You can go climb Red Rocks. And I went with a friend. He was a big Marine guy, and thank goodness, because of what happened that he was big, because there's different types of climbing. Some of it is where you're already on a rope, and others where you're doing what's called lead climbing. Lead climbing is where you take the rope with you, so you climb,
then you put it on,
right? You put
so
the protection
what if you
up.
Fall?
So you usually fall twice as far as your last clip that you put in, right? And so you hope that if you were to slip off, you're, close to that last clip. But I was ready to put my next clip in, so I was up here, and sure enough, my hand fell, and I went, and I did this big pendulum type swing, and he held, I'm okay, and he held on to me, and I didn't hit the ground or anything like that, but it scared me to death.
Oh, yeah.
Now, can you imagine what I wanted to do right after that?
Quit.
What did I say to him? Get me down. Lay me down.
Yeah.
And him being the big Marine he was, he goes, you got to go to the top. Otherwise, you might never climb again. And he was right. Because if I went down to the bottom, I was going to leave that with fear.
Right.
And if I got to the top, I was going to leave it with overcoming a challenge. Right, in the face of being afraid, and I did, and I rock climbed a lot after that.
That's awesome.
Which was awesome. But you're absolutely right. It's kind of like you go up there and you find it. You're not actually going to find the exact right handholds every time. And then if you don't, you go find another one. And if you slip off a little bit or fall like I did, you got to go try it again.
There was this 30-foot rock climbing thing, and I was doing a race with my mom, and I was doing it, and I slipped 4 times. Before I actually even got to make it, past the first quarter. And I kept slipping, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. But then all I needed to do was just come to my power place.
Nice. We're going to talk about the power place in a minute.
Just be calm and just find the next rock
Just
to
go
climb.
for the next rock
And
to
you
climb.
just got to keep doing it. That's the fun part about rock climbing. It doesn't end. You can just keep doing it over. Of course it ends. You can touch the
Get to
bottom.
the top, but that's the goal achievement.
But that's the goal. Yeah, exactly. But if you want to get to the top, you can't give up. You gotta keep
Never
going.
getting there.
You're never gonna get
Top's
there.
not coming to you. That's what I like to say, right?
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be the same if it did. No sense of accomplishment if the top just came to you.
I saw this thing and it was, you have a better chance of winning, then it's like something like you have a better chance of winning by trying than by not even trying.
Oh yeah,
like you have
the only chance.
Yeah, it's the only chance. So if you just don't try, then you have a 100% chance of not getting it.
And the same is with giving up.
Totally.
Yeah. And what we're really talking about, of course, we're using rock climbing, which is amazing, but what we're really talking about is heading towards something that you want to accomplish, right? And so if we went back to your swimming, no way you're getting that time if you quit.
Yeah.
Right? Don't try anymore. Not going to get it. Can't happen, right? And so we're talking about getting yourself the courage, and this can be done from the inside out. This is a lot of what I teach, is that you have inner superpowers, the ISP.
Right.
And you can actually create courage by saying things like what Max teaches Dax is to say, I can, I will.
Yes.
And you know what Max tells Dax when he falls off the monkey bars, which is the example in the book, like the rock climbing? He says, you have to say, I can, I will, try again to keep yourself going.
Right.
And remember that it's all progress, right?
Yeah.
It's not failure, which is such an important thing for all of us to know, like all of the time. And so that's how we look at the how, and we don't have to know all of the hows to get to the top of the rock wall. We don't have to know all of the handholds. Now, I know when I used to rock climb a lot, and professional rock climbers, which I was not one, looked up and they would be mapping their climb.
Right.
Because they already had a lot of knowledge and experience of what it would look like if I grabbed that, and they knew their body, I can get my leg up to there and all that kind of stuff, right? So they would map out a plan. Well, that's what we can do with our goals as well, right? Once we know certain things, we have knowledge, we can turn that into like that action. Right? And we'll get to that part because that's power action and it's the end of it, right? But we were talking a little bit about power thinking. So we have our power formula.
Yes.
We know what we want. We know who we have to be. We know the ingredients we already have. If we need more of that ingredient, or if we need to go get some ingredients, right? We know why we want it, right? That head to heart, that feeling from thought thing, right? And then how. This is knowledge, though, inside of how. But the experience comes through action, right?
Right.
We actually learn when we do.
Yeah.
And I always like to say, Riya, you could read a book right now about how to swim faster. But that doesn't mean you're swimming faster. It means you'll have some knowledge to go put into the pool and try out, which is action, to have the experience to see if that actually works.
Yes.
But just the knowledge alone is only the starter. It doesn't actually make you faster.
Right.
Yeah.
You need to...
Dax is flipping upside down on the couch.
I can't help it. Okay.
No more flipping, Dax.
You need to learn from your mistakes, and that's probably it's like, I think most people have probably heard that, but sometimes it's not just the quote that's the important part. It's actually what it means.
Yeah.
And I think Mr. Scott is totally right, where if you
That's me, I'm Mr. Scott to her at the school.
Okay, the amazing Power Up teacher. That's what you name.
Thank you.
The amazing Power Up teacher told me that I remember when we were playing basketball, you told me, what do you think is the most important word in the saying, just do it? And I said do, and he said just.
Yeah.
And do you remember why you said just?
Yeah.
Can you tell me?
Because it's without thought. It's without thought of, I can't. That's too hard. It's just getting into action.
So, you need to learn from your mistakes, and you need to keep working towards it by doing it, because that's how you're going to learn the most, by doing it. You're not going to learn by reading a book or watching a video or doing this. You need to learn from yourself, and you need to learn from your actions. And that's how you're going to learn the most. That's how you're going to obtain the most knowledge.
Absolutely. And so a lot of this and what I teach comes from thought.
Yeah.
And so we have power thinking and superpower thinking, right? So power thinking is actually saying, I'm going to go give it a try.
Right.
I'm learning. It's progress, right? I'm awesome. Some of the stuff that Dax actually put on here, right? I can do it is a good one. I'm stronger than my fears
Yeah.
is a great one. What do you see on here? I feel like this one. I feel unbeatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the simple ones. Like I feel so good.
I feel so good.
I think the cool part about these affirmations is you just say that to yourself. And when you say things to yourself, you really do believe it. If you say I can't do it, you think you can't do it.
Yeah, you believe
And
that
you
too.
really have to overcome it. It's like you keep making bricks. Every single time you say, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good enough.
Right.
I'm not this. But then every single time you say, I feel so confident. I am the best me. I feel so good. I do this. The bricks come down. And that makes it easier to go through the obstacle.
And those bricks in my world are the blobs. You make blobs with your stink think. I can't. It's too hard. I'm not good enough, right? You have one of these, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. So we have the blobs, which are created by stink think. That's what's in the blah, blah, blobs. There's power pods.
Right.
And in the other course, I'll just mention real quick, is the Beat the Blob Challenge, which is exactly what Riya and I are talking about right now, is where you create power pods by saying, I can, I will, I'll try, I'm learning, I'm going. And the power pods can defeat the blobs.
Right.
Right? Blobs are actually very afraid of power pods. They run and they disappear. And so the idea for us is to create way more power pods than blobs, understanding that we have the power to do that.
Yeah.
Right? We have the power to do both. And
Totally.
you said believe. And we have a subconscious that will just believe whatever we say. It doesn't change it. So we think I can't. We believe I can't. Thank you. Done. That's what you asked me for.
Exactly.
I can. Oh, okay. Let's go that way then.
Yeah.
But it takes something that Max tells Dax. You need what? What do you need? Do you know? Remember, Dax?
ISP?
You need prax.
Prax. Oh,
Yeah,
I actually wrote that on the board somewhere.
You did, yeah. You need prax. So prax is Max's lingo superhero talk for practice, obviously, right? And we relate it to a muscle. Like if you needed to build your bicep,
Right.
can't just go lift once. I can, and then all of a sudden you've got strong bicep for whatever you need.
Yeah.
I can, right?
Yeah.
And so you had told me, I think this is a good lead-in. You had told me that you use the power bursts.
I did.
Yes, which are the little parts of what we're talking about, right? Because this is when you do like super power thinking or power thinking, there's a series of videos for each one and an activity sheet and stuff. But the power burst is like 2 minutes long at the most, right? And it tells you a little piece of it. So power bursts are a great way to practice.
Yeah.
And to throw that into your subconscious so that you can use it. So tell to me a little bit about how you use the power bursts.
So, I did cross-country meets with the amazing coach. And, I even had cross-country practices. I had these, maybe like I was doing a challenge with my friend. Or any little things that would take just a little boost of courage. Just something that made me feel good in the morning. Just something that kind of helped me get through the day with the feeling that I feel so good. Like just these little things. So I use the power burst to really
Power up.
just power up. Just kind of, just like, I don't really know how to explain it.
That's
That's
what you did.
I use them to just feel a little bit more confident. Or sometimes when I was even super tired in the morning, I would just do a little bit and it would kind of wake me up.
And I remember I think you said to me when I saw you go, it's such a coincidence. I did this and now I feel so good and I'm accomplishing all these things with ease. And I said to you, not a coincidence. You're actually on that energy field now.
Luck.
Oh, luck. Not luck. You're now on that energy field, right? And that's where things happen for you.
Mr. Scott told me that it may feel like luck, but it's actually just these little things in your brain kind of just waking up and giving you a little bit more confidence.
Yeah, it's the thing that's already in there, waking up. I love how you just said that. Yeah, that's so good. So power thinking and super power thinking are what we need to practice.
Right.
We need to say to it. So just what the difference is, power thinking is saying those, what you call the affirmations, called
Right.
power thinking or power talk. I can, I'm trying, I will, I'm awesome, I'm going to go for it, continuing to say that. Superpower thinking is the repetition of it, so it sticks and stays, is what I like to say, right? And it becomes the go-to.
Right.
Now something new comes up, something that occurs as challenging. I don't like to say hard, right? Because that stops us. Hard is something challenging. And the first thing that comes up, or comes up very quickly, maybe if it's even not even the first, but it just defeats the blob almost instantaneously, is, okay, I'm going to go for it. Okay, I'm going to do it. And that's when you have superpower thinking.
Didn't you say, before I was doing a play, or the day of a play, or whatever it was, you said to give like a pep talk to myself? And how would I say it to, for instance, let's just say Polly, like baby Polly was doing a play, and how would I help her, and how would I give her a talk? And then I would say something like, Polly, I know it's hard, and then Mr. Scott let me finish the speech, but he also just stopped me right there, and he was like, don't say hard, because that automatically wakes up those other little things in your brain.
Your subconscious hears hard.
Yeah. So, you can say, Polly, you're gonna do great.
I know it's new.
I know it's new, but you're gonna do amazing, and you got this.
Yeah. And actually, it's funny that you're bringing this up.
I can,
I can, I will. Which you did on the basketball court all the time when you took a shot, which is great. And all the other girls were like, what is she doing?
Yeah.
What is that?
And Ava was like, I can't, I won't.
I
I can't,
know.
I won't. And I was like,
Ava.
Ava.
Ava did it, though. The fun thing is that Ava would say it, but she was actually believing something different.
Right.
Because she is competitive and she didn't
Yeah.
want to make it, which happens too. But
Yeah.
one of the things we just did was you were in kind of a rush and you were leaving, but I was talking to a new third grader, and I asked her name is Charlotte.
Oh, Charlotte. Okay. Yeah. I
different
know
Charlotte.
Oh, a different Charlotte.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was asking her and her mom, like, have you ever thought of doing a play? Just kind of trying to get her into that world.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
You remember?
That.
And then you were kind of, and she was like, oh, I don't know, da da da. And I go, it's really fun and it's a great group. And then I wanted to, your timing was just good, you came by, and I wanted her to hear, not almost like you being her inner voice, someone that she could relate to.
I'm sorry, I had to run.
No, you're good. You
I
did
feel
perfectly.
bad.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't, because you did the part that I needed you to, or I wanted you to do, which was, I go, Riya does a lot of plays. Hey, Riya, tell Charlotte how her plays. I didn't want to like prompt it. Just like, tell Charlotte plays are fun. How her plays. And you went, oh my gosh, they're so fun, so fun. Gotta go. Perfect. Now, they don't know you because they're new to the school. They've never seen a play. And I go, oh, that's Riya. She's the star of a lot of our plays, right? Put that energy into the world, which you are. She is. And they were like, oh. Now, all of a sudden, in your instant, quick moment, this way you don't have to apologize, and me putting it there, there's now